This isn't the Caves and Cliffs update.
No?
Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Mike the Reaper 86.
And that's a nice view.
Yeah, certainly is. So, who's that talking to me? Who is this person?
I'm Roger van der Weide.
And I'm here playing Minecraft Classic. That's right, we're celebrating Minecraft version 1.18 by not playing it.
That's a shame. We should have had.
Well, I figured it was easier this way, and I have my reasons, which I'll go into later.
Fair enough.
Unfortunately, Roger couldn't actually join me because this version doesn't support multiplayer, apparently. So he's here in spirit. He's just here to spectate.
Yeah, but I'm a beneficial spirit or a malevolent one?
I guess we shall see. The whole.
At least I can't influence it interactively.
Yep.
It's a shame. I was kind of curious how the character models would look like in this version.
Yeah, I don't know if there's a way to switch cameras. I looked through the control settings, but I don't think you could do that.
Usually the C button, but yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know. Let me try that real quick. Nope, does nothing. Oh, well. So, yeah, Minecraft version 1.18 just came out, and, well, sure, everyone on YouTube is playing that, but I kind of wanted to look back to see how Minecraft has evolved over the years. It's come a long way since we had anything like this. Strictly speaking... Oh, go ahead. You were saying?
Kind of shocking to see how basic this is. Yeah, no monster, no crazy stuff. But,
and the bright colors, too. Very, very light.
Yes.
Though strictly speaking, this is a recreation of the classic version made in Java, but it is quite similar to the first version of Minecraft I ever tried.
Yeah, it looks familiar to me.
So, what do you want me to do? I could build a house, find a cave, explore the island.
Build a giant tower, see how high you can get up.
That line sounds familiar from the Donkey Kong arcade game. How high can you get?
Sure, let's recreate our Donkey Kong arcade game. Can you even make a Donkey Kong figure? I mean, fits with the sprite style, right?
Yeah, people used to make sprite art in this game all the time. But let's go with the tower, since those are simpler. I already have a good idea for building those.
All right.
So,
I mean, hey, that was a pretty view just now, so let's make an even prettier view.
Yep. Well, I'm already in a nice high position, so this would be a good place for a watchtower, I think. Terrain's a bit uneven, though, but let's see. What do I like here? This is always how I play Minecraft. I spend an hour surveying before I ever put down a block. Well, this is going well. This is going to be such an exciting video.
Maybe it helps if you already start punching the blocks and make the platform more even.
I could level the terrain a bit. Okay, you know what? I'll just start here. So there's my first block. I'm going to build a timber watchtower, like the sort of watchtower that you look out for fires from.
Oh, nice.
Usually one of the first things I build in any Minecraft survival world. I just sort of build a wooden watchtower with sometimes just a small building attached to it.
Oh, that's cool.
So yeah, if you want to know how to build a timber watchtower, I guess this is sort of like a building tutorial now.
I suppose so. I like that texture of the tree trunk.
Yeah, hasn't changed much. Well, I mean it has. They had that big texture update, but the classic textures are still in the game. So that's nice.
Respect for the old ones. Yeah, it's starting to look decent.
Yep. Yeah, I guess I could talk about the texture update.
Sure.
Essentially, it just looks to me like they discovered how to do anti-aliasing, or however that's pronounced, for the textures, so they, blur together a bit better.
Okay, cool.
It's like they press this button to anti-alias.
Yeah, that's what a lot of modern graphics feel like. A lot of bells and whistles and tricks.
But sometimes I just sort of miss the harder edges of this sort of pixel art style.
Yeah, same here. It has a charm to it, and it kind of creates a nice, like it. How do you put it? Kind of create gives each section its own personality, its own identity, its own separate little place in the world.
Mm.
That's kind of a problem I have with a lot of modern games. Everything kind of blends together sometimes.
Yep.
You know, it has a fog effects and blur effects, and it just kind of loses its structure, I think. But that's just me. I'm an old man, I guess.
We're old fogies.
Alas.
And I have been playing this game for quite a while.
Sure you have.
Okay, so here's a nifty feature about this game. It's very likely that while I fiddle with this, I might fall off the tower and have a heck of a time climbing back up. But in this version of the game, you could save your position by hitting Enter.
Oh, okay.
So that just set my spawn point to the top of this platform. If I should happen to fall down and I don't feel like climbing back up, all I have to do is hit the R key and I'll zap up there instantly.
Oh man, now I think of my old stupid cartoon with the Harry Potter and Voldemort and keep jumping from the castle tower.
Oh, right, I remember that one.
So you can reenact that now, I guess.
Mm.
Not that I recommend it doing.
Well, there's no fall damage in this version, so there would be no harm in it.
Other than wasting time. But hey, is that what video games are for? Wasting time in a pleasant way.
So, yep, I'm just going to keep building my generic tower. There's no point in getting too attached to anything I build here. This version doesn't support any saving.
That's a shame. So only this video remains as evidence of your hard work.
Exactly. We have video evidence of it, and that's all we need.
Your fruits of labor, yes.
Besides, I've built these things so many times. The blueprint is like carbon scored into my brain. Oh, I fell. Oh, I fell. But that's okay. All I have to do is hit the R key and zap. Back up.
Yeah. There you go. That was an anticlimactic fall. Let's hoping for a more dramatic fall.
Okay, so that's a start. This is the main platform. I'm just got to slap a roof on it now.
All right. Can you make binoculars? Probably not.
That's the newer version. You can make binoculars now, or I think it's just a scope, though. It's not actual binoculars. It's like one of those single scopes that the folks on ships used to have.
Oh, nice.
You make it with amethyst, which is a type of purple crystal that you find in the world.
Nice.
And you could find it in real world, too. It's found in geodes underground in Minecraft, but yeah, they're a thing in real life, too. As a matter of fact, I have an amethyst geode.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
I don't recall seeing one. Where was it?
I guess I never showed you my rock collection when we were here.
Yeah, so much stuff to see.
Yeah. Minecraft interests me because it does touch on geology, which is a subject I find pretty interesting.
All right. All kinds of different surfaces.
Yep.
Turfs.
Yeah, and they're adding more and more real-life rock types to the game these days.
All right.
They started with granite and andesite and diorite. Now we have basalt. There's calcite in the game now.
And this is a popular game, so it must be really educating the kids now.
Yeah.
A geology teacher should be happy. It saves them a lot of work.
Yep. Yeah, I've often wondered if Minecraft could be used as a tool to teach geology. Because there are things they got right and things they got wrong. If I were a geology teacher, I would say... And I'd say that your assignment is to list the things that Minecraft geology gets accurately and the things they get wrong. That would be your homework for tonight. Yep. Okay, so I have a list of topics we can discuss just to keep the conversation alive. Let's dig into those, shall we?
Alrighty.
So, I would ask Roger how he got into Minecraft, but I know the answer to that already because I'm the one who got him into it in the first place. Actually, I bought him his copy, August 2012. And I made a skin for him, which you can't see right now. Maybe I'll put a snapshot of it right here. A little bit of editing there. So let's see, what other topics do I got? Well, the first obvious one is how I got into Minecraft. And that would have been traveling back in time all the way to 2011. Okay, how does this story go? It's been a while. Oh, dang it. I can't talk and build at the same time, gosh darn it. Heaven forbid I try to walk and chew gum. I'd wind up choking or something. Yeah. What do you think? Should I make a pyramid roof or just a regular slant roof on this thing?
Sure, but a different color or?
Well, you don't have very many textures to choose from in this game, I'm afraid. You only have the one type of wood. It's not like the later versions where you have birch and oak and all that stuff. I did it again. Oh, this is getting hilariously funny for all the wrong reasons.
It's a shame you don't see like a cartoon, silhouette of your character in the front of the floor, like Looney Tunes style.
Yeah. Oh, like when Wile E. Coyote falls off the cliff, he just hangs in midair for a second, and then he realizes, oh, wait a minute, gravity. Yipe!
Would be so funny if you're building the tower and then you look at the ground, you see like hundreds of those silhouettes in the floor everywhere you fell.
Yeah, just a whole bunch of coyote-shaped holes in the ground, with my silhouette right along with it. That I can't even see because we don't have multiplayer in this game, so I don't even know how the texture looks.
You might actually look like Wile E. Coyote right now. We don't know.
Maybe I'm a coyote. You can't disprove that.
It's unlikely, but unable to prove it, so we can get away with it.
Yep. Okay, so as you can see, I'm going with the slanted roof instead of the pyramid roof.
All right.
So that'll work. I might put a air vent in it. I'm not sure which direction the wind would be blowing in a place like this. Presumably off the water. That'd be a pleasant breeze.
There's no enemies that can sneak into our place anyway.
Yeah.
Through there. Yes.
Well, even in the normal version, a zombie would have a tough time getting up here. Unless they could fly.
That's a good point.
Okay, so to get back to the topic that I was trying to describe before, back in 2011 is when I first heard of Minecraft. And it was kind of an interesting thing. I mean, I kept hearing about it, but I hadn't seen it yet. So you can imagine how bizarre that is, to live in a world where you hear about Minecraft and have no idea what it looks like. I would hear about Minecraft, I would hear about, building, crafting, and I would hear about creepers, and yet I didn't know what any of it looked like. So, one day I decided, okay, I keep hearing about this Minecraft thing. I gotta look it up. I gotta find it. So The first thing I did was I went to tvtropes.org and looked at the tropes page of it. At least I think that's the first thing I did. And, that gave me some particulars about the game, about creepers and whatnot, about friendly and unfriendly creatures, but beyond that, doesn't really describe much. So
that's interesting. You use TV tropes as your first impression.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what I did. It's been a while, as you might imagine.
Yeah, more than 10 years ago. Yeah.
Yep. Oh my gosh, how long we've come. Okay, wonder where I should put the stairs. Getting them nailed down is going to be a bit difficult.
Yeah, it's going to be a tricky puzzle.
I know that winding it around goes around about 180 degrees because I've built these things plenty of times. So, which direction do I want to approach from? Probably the other side of this. So, yeah, the outside here. And I'm probably going to fall off again. In the full version of Minecraft, you could crouch and that'll sort of prevent you from falling down, but not so in this version. I might just have to build a series of stacks to do this a bit at a time. So, Geronimo!
Man, I'm always disappointed how quick it's over. I thought, oh, here comes the epic fall. And I was like, oh, that was it.
Yep, that's it. So, yeah, I was hearing about Minecraft, and I hadn't seen it. I read the TV Tropes article, and I said, all right, well, you know, that explains about as much as a TV Tropes article does, but it's not the same as seeing it. Because I don't think the article actually had pictures of it. And if it did, it was just a generic title screen picture. I can't reach that. So, what did I do next? Let me glance at my notes here. I heard of it without seeing it. Oh, yeah, and another thing that is interesting is that, you know, the title, Minecraft, it reminded me of StarCraft, which is a real-time strategy game by Blizzard that I enjoyed a lot. As a matter of fact, I've been playing StarCraft lately. And that brings me to my first tangent. Okay, so to all the folks in the audience who are very familiar with Minecraft, if you've ever seen the splash text, "My life for ire," that is a reference to StarCraft.
Oh.
It's something that the Protoss Zealot says when you produce that unit. They're the basic Protoss unit. They're a melee fighter. And Ire is their homeworld, so that's what that means. So they're willing to sacrifice their life for the protection of Ire. And they have these really deep, booming voices, too. The Protoss, they're the race of technologically advanced psychic aliens in the game. So they have some pretty cool tech.
Sure. Sounds impressive. I never played StarCraft. Only Warcraft.
Ah. Yeah, that is quite a bit different.
Well, the strategy Warcraft, not the online one.
Oh, okay. Oh, you mean like World of Warcraft? You were playing the old RTS version instead of World of Warcraft. I gotcha.
Yeah.
Actually,
But yeah, back to StarCraft. But they always have
I
awesome
go
words
this
that can move games.
Okay, so yeah. So there's an interesting bit of trivia there. So yeah, the makers of Minecraft are familiar with StarCraft, since they put a quote from it in their splash text.
Yep.
Okay, whoop, fell down again. So yeah, it's sounded similar to StarCraft. Also sounded similar to Gemcraft, which is a tower defense game on... it was made with Flash. I played it on Newgrounds a fair deal.
Oh, cool.
Another interesting game. Pretty sure that was out before Minecraft. I researched this a week ago, and I've forgotten most of it. Ugh. Preparations.
A lot of little details.
Yeah.
When you get older, time becomes blurry.
Well, if I'm wrong, I'll just put some text on the video correcting myself. I'm not going to fret over it right now. Nope, we're playing this like a live stream. If I make a mistake, we'll just live with it. We'll keep on powering on. If I say something really dumb, I'll just cut that footage entirely.
Oh boy, so you're gonna cut all every time I speak then.
Nah, you're fine.
I can say dumb things, that's good. I have little alternative.
Well, there it is, my little fire tower.
Oh, that looks awesome. That's great.
You can see it from a fair distance, too, so if I get lost, all I have to do is check the horizon for that thing.
It's a very good landmark, yeah. And a very effective staircase. I love it.
Yep.
And I love how the shape of the roof is. Kind of reminds me of our Amsterdam buildings, kind of. Yeah, good stuff. Even the small little details, like the wooden, like ending in a rock at the bottom. I'm tripping over my words. The foundation.
Just to level the terrain a bit. Yeah. It's great. I could sit up here in my little clubhouse, get a good look around, see what I want to see what I want to go to next.
Makes you want to have like boiling oil or something to throw down on invaders down below.
Yeah.
Alas, that ain't gonna happen here.
That
actually reminded me, I was kind of impressed that even in this version of Minecraft, water already was programming to kind of flow. Like I was kind of playing around here and was digging like a trench, and the water actually went in there. That kind of surprised me.
Well, it's different from the full version of Minecraft too, though, because you have to be very careful with the water in this version. In the full version, okay, there are certain circumstances where adjacent source blocks can fill, an air block and turn it into another source block. But that only happens at like corners and whatnot in very specific circumstances. It's like, I think 2 or 3 of the blocks surrounding the air have to be source blocks before it transmutes the air block into a source block. But in this version, any source block of water adjacent to air will turn that air into another source block. So you could easily flood a whole cave if you just accidentally dig into water.
Nice.
It'll just keep on flowing, which is more like real life, I guess, but for the sake of gameplay, probably not as fun.
No. Although it's a great way to kill all the monsters inside. There's a cave with lots of monsters. Get the water flowing.
Well, there are no monsters in this version, I'm afraid.
Yeah, I missed them. I want my senseless violence.
Lots of zombies, creepers, endermen. There's nothing to fight here. It's just looking around, just exploring.
The only enemy you face is gravity. That's the only fun that they get, you falling off that tower.
And even then, it doesn't hurt you. Gosh, I wonder if any version of Classic even had mobs. Going back to my Minecraft story, and I would like to revisit some of the things you said in a few minutes, but where was I? Okay, so yeah, I mentioned StarCraft, Gemcraft. Sounded very similar to Minecraft. I like those. I figured I might like this too. So I decided to finally do what I always do when researching games and look up YouTube videos of it. And big shout out here. You probably heard of this guy if you know anything about Minecraft. Paul Soares Jr. is the one that I started watching. He had a Survive and Thrive series.
Okay. Cool.
And I started looking at videos of this survival mode of Minecraft, and that's when I said, okay, I gotta try this. I gotta buy this, I gotta get this. This game looks really fun. So, yeah. And
it's about as much of a playground you can get.
Yep. But before I did any of that, I tried this classic version that was already on their website for free. Not exactly the same as this Java remake, but it was similar to it. As a matter of fact, I think the version I was fiddling around with way back in 2011 was a bit more advanced than this. It had more blocks. Because, hold on, if you hit the B key, you could see the full selection of blocks that you have available. Very simple stuff. You got a bunch of wool blocks, you got some flowers, sand, gravel, glass, sponges, which don't do anything, gold blocks, more flowers, stuff for trees. That's it. That's all your building materials.
I'm surprised there's so many colors. So we can already make pretty pixel art now.
Yep.
That's already an option, even now. That's great. You can make it like a giant picture frame and then paint a picture in it. Pixelate it. Go make the Mona Lisa. Except now with bright primary colors.
Yeah.
Let's not do that.
It wouldn't surprise me if someone already beat us to it. It wouldn't surprise me.
Minecraft is art.
Yep.
I love when they make very modern looking buildings in there, like skyscrapers. That always looks impressive. I also love that map you made with the whole office building and all that.
Oh, yes, that. That was a Terratech Tower, something I was sort of making in my spare time. Never really finished it. It was based on a structure, this futuristic-looking skyscraper that I put together in a building editor for SimCity 3000. Maybe I'll put a picture of it over the video here, just as a visual aid. There you go. And, yeah.
I mean, that's my biggest joy out of Minecraft, watching people create structures like that, like recreate Hogwarts or the Simpsons Springfield,
Oh,
or you
yes.
created all those airships. That was awesome.
Yes, I made an airship world. I had a steampunk-themed aircraft, and I also made a version of the evil airship from Roger's web series, International Moron Patrol.
That was
Santa's
awesome.
airship, because Santa Claus is a villain in that series. Hey, 'tis the season. Merry Christmas, everyone. Here comes evil Santa.
Yeah, I started the show when I was still a teen, so I had basic sense of humor back then. Oh, now I'm just running with it.
Yep. It's grandfathered in at this point. Okay, so I built my tower. Now what? You got to make your own entertainment, and I'm just walking around and talking, and I don't think that's very interesting to watch. So what should I do next?
That's a good question. I was impressed by all those pretty colors we have. Can we do something with those pretty colors?
That's a good question. Let's see, what do we got? Red, orange, yellow, lime green, slightly less lime green, cyan. There's more of a cyan green than a light blue. Darker blue, purple, slightly redder purple. Jeez, I think they're
Gale emeralds.
Yeah. What colors are the Chaos Emeralds? I know there's a red one. There's obviously a green one.
Even though they should all have been green, but never mind.
Yeah, emeralds are supposed to be green.
Oh, well, the Master Emerald is green, so I guess that's their excuse.
Yeah.
Have you ever played the Sonic Minecraft levels?
No, I think I've seen a couple Minecraft maps with Sonic the Hedgehog. It always struck me that making a Sonic the Hedgehog texture pack would have been interesting, but I'm sure dozens of players have already done so.
Well, there's an official one now, so...
yeah, I heard something about that. I could imagine like the sandstone or at least the underwater blocks that they use for those ocean temples would look a bit like Labyrinth Zone or something. That would be cool.
Yeah.
That's what I suspect without even seeing it. I mean, that's the choice I would make.
They just recreated the first Sonic Generations levels. Green Hill Zone, Chemical Plant Zone, and Sky Sanctuary.
Yeah.
They're separate levels. But yeah, they look kind of cool. Still want to play that. But yeah, what can we do? That's the big question.
Well, you seem to be interested in colors, so I don't know.
Yeah, I'm an artist. I'm sorry.
Okay, right. I gotta... How do I do this again?
Make a big red house or a candy house from the fairy tales.
It's another thing I've wondered about. I had an idea for a texture pack. I never made it myself, but I would have called it Candy Apocalypse, where I make everything look like candy.
Including the monsters?
Yeah, even the monsters. And, like the trees, the bark can be peppermint bark, right? That would make sense.
Yeah. That makes sense. The rocks are all chocolate.
Cocoa Rocks. Sounds like something from Mario, or at the very least, the Flintstones Cocoa Pebbles cereal.
Yeah, like could be a Mario racetrack, sure.
Oh yeah, Rainbow Road.
There's no minecarts in this version of Minecraft, Leah, right?
Nope, afraid not. What you see on this screen is what you get. That's all there is. There's not even enough room for all these colors. I might just have to use the primary colors at first. This isn't going to fit.
That's a
shame. I keep
shame.
hitting the wrong key. I apologize if you hear any background noise, folks. We've got a bit of renovation going on in the house right now. The bathroom across the hall is being redone.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And actually, let me take a drink of water here since I'm doing a lot of talking.
You sure do. So we're going to make like a mini lollipop candy area or something.
Okay. Maybe on that outcropping over there. Thanks for the idea. Now we're moving again.
a little candy island or something. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't usually build such ridiculous things, so this will be a nice change of pace.
Fair enough. Well, you did the tower, and that you always do, and now you're going to do something crazy.
Yep. Yeah, so maybe I'll just put a giant lollipop sticking out of the ground right here. It's the Lollipop Tree.
Why not?
Stick can be made of bark.
Sure.
And kind of a pain to have to select this over and over. Actually, I think I set up my controller for this. Oh yeah, fun fact, one of the first things I did when I booted up Minecraft Classic for the first time was I made a control scheme for it for my gamepad. I use a program called Joy to Key for that sort of thing. So yeah, I'm playing with a gamepad mostly right now, though I'm occasionally switching to mouse and keyboard for some of the fiddly stuff that I'm doing.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
It's what I do with most games.
Just make your own custom controls.
Yep.
That's the advantage of PC gaming. Everything is customizable.
Yeah. Then there are versions of Minecraft for consoles that have official control schemes that didn't make much sense to me last time I looked at them.
Yeah, it took a long time to get used to. Yeah, I have the PlayStation 3 version.
Alright, it's a start. Let's see. Let's just see how it looks like.
Oh, that's not too bad
It's
either.
a bit of a rainbow. Though I think it would have been better if I had them in a swirly pattern, but that might take some planning. Also, it's very small.
That is true. It could be a bit bigger. And I'm kind of thinking maybe instead of the tree bark, you need that white wool for the stick.
I fear that the texture would be too similar, though.
Okay, never mind then.
Maybe it could be stone or something instead. I don't know. Sand? Solid gold?
Solid gold, sure. Lollipop for the kings and emperors. Solid gold lollipop.
Well, there was a time when such luxuries were reserved for royalty.
That's true.
Like, I think ice cream was first a sort of treat for kings and emperors, because they would have to send runners to the mountains to get the ice.
Fair enough, that's true.
If you couldn't afford to pay them, well, you're not getting any ice cream, are you?
Yeah, we had a lot of wars about spices here. Kind of weird to think that spice you can now buy for a couple bucks at the supermarket. They actually fought wars over years ago.
Good gravy. So maybe I'll make this a bit bigger. So to make it, I have to unmake it.
Well, at least it was the first try. So at least you
gosh darn it! Yeah, I should have set a checkpoint up here. Okay, better late than never. I'll do it now.
Yeah, you got a new tower build in 5 seconds anyway.
Okay, there we go.
It's pretty awesome to still see your tower in the distance.
Yeah, you were saying that the roof reminded you of structures in Amsterdam, you said?
Yeah, a little bit. Well, not literally, but yeah, how to explain it? It has the same, like, front. Like, this is very...
Actually, not from this think of it, I'd like to make some modifications to that later. I usually make the eaves more overhanging, which looks a bit more interesting.
Sure.
But I seem to have forgotten this time. Probably because I'm talking and playing at the same time. Go.
That's true.
When I was a kid, I called it Hamsterdam.
Yeah, sure, why not? Easier to pronounce.
Yep.
I love how the lollipop looks. I'm surprised. Works better than I expected.
So, where was I in my conversation about Minecraft? Okay, so yeah, I saw Paul Soares Jr.'s early Survive and Thrive videos, or semi-early. I mean, he was already well into it at the time.
All right.
And, yeah, he was on a newer survival sort of world. But I tried this first. Just for the heck of it. Yeah, maybe the top should be purple.
Got to start at the basics.
And yeah, and I would just immerse myself in a world like this for hours. Just like it's interesting. I knew what survival mode was. I saw how it played, and yet I would play this much more basic mode for hours on end. Just trying stuff, you know. I would build towers, and I would just go into caves and pretend to mine. Even though I wasn't actually getting resources, I would look for ores and I would just destroy them all. And I would dig tunnels and make wooden supports for the tunnels and whatnot, just to make a role play sort of mining area.
Oh, that's awesome.
I think I'll use
and it is satisfying to just beat up the landscape anyway. So even if there's no point to it, it's just fun to do. I love just punching trees into two bits. Nature Preservation Company of organization might not be happy with me. But hey, don't worry.
Environmental Protection Agency. I think that's what they're called. Well, in America, anyway.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
There we go. Lollipop.
There's a lollipop. Yeah, I love it. Looks great. Looks better than I expected. There's always something fun about seeing such an artificial element in a natural environment.
Yeah. Move this tree out of the way.
There you go. Just punch that tree out of existence. Why not?
So like I said, the very first thing I did upon starting Minecraft Classic was I created a control scheme for my gamepad.
Sure.
And then after that, I just started exploring the world, and I made some simple structures. I made my pretend mines.
Mm-hmm.
Just enviously copying the things that I saw going on in survival mode, even though I couldn't do it yet.
Well, at least you were preparing for it.
Yep. And yeah, just enviously watching. That's what I was doing.
That's kind of fun. At least you have something to look forward to. Like, oh,
exactly.
One day, big version.
And yeah, and then finally I played Minecraft Classic, and around the time, it was shortly before 1.0 rolled out, I bought the game for myself. I jumped in at the tail end of the beta phase so I could get the game for a lower price. And yeah, that's it. I had Minecraft after that, and I never looked back. Here's our Lollipop Land. What other types of candy could we make here?
Chocolate bar would be too easy unless you actually include the wrapper, I suppose. What would be fun? That's a good question.
There's no real brown colors besides dirt.
Yeah,
I don't think that would look so attractive.
Nah. Something very gaudy looking.
Well, why don't I just explore the island? I could modify my roof, and maybe we could find some... You know what? This spot needs a bridge. That's what it needs. Make it easier to cross. So,
I love bridges, so let's go for it.
Excellent. Oh, right. I gotta switch here. Actually, which button did I use for that? Ah, there we go. Excellent. Okay, that'll make things more streamlined. See, I've assigned a button for everything. I just can't remember what they all are. Whoopee.
It's a lot.
Okay, let's do a little surveying.
What kind of bridge are you going to make? Just a normal wooden bridge, or are you going to make like the Golden Gate Bridge? I mean, you do have the colors.
Well, the span's a little short to make the Golden Gate Bridge. So
that's true.
Probably just going to make a simple bridge here. Very narrow terrain. I might have to make it slantways. Yeah, it's always a pain.
Just punch more of the landscape away so you can make a bigger bridge.
Yeah.
Wait, that's kind of ironic.
Well, there's often earthworks involved in making a bridge span.
I suppose.
Oh, well, I'll just start it here.
All right. But yeah, I always found the minecarts very fascinating in Minecraft. You can make your own roller coasters in here. Such an unexpected gameplay change. Or
It give you a lot of whiplash in Minecraft to have a roller coaster. I never really saw the point because all the turns are very sharp 90-degree turns.
yeah, that's true. So you can't really make a fun roller coaster.
In the rare occasions that I actually make a track in Minecraft, I always just go, instead of using 90-degree turns, I always stagger them. And when the minecart goes over those, it goes in a diagonal direction. So I leave a little space between there.
That's smart. I didn't know that was possible.
Yeah. So it makes the curves feel more gradual.
Probably better idea. Less lawsuits if you actually make a roller coaster.
Mm.
Even though the court system doesn't exist in the Minecraft world yet. That's even worse. You don't get sent to court. You just get immediately executed by an angry mob.
Yep.
So better not give people whiplash.
Nope. Okay, I think that's high enough. I'm making sort of an arch bridge, as you could see.
Yeah, you're putting effort into it. It's not just a flat bridge.
I like to make things pretty. What can I say? I might have to adjust the span a bit as I go.
Well, you're a bit of an artist and you're a bit of an engineer, so this is the perfect game to get both of those qualities out.
Yeah, well, I come from a family of engineers.
Yeah, it's...
Whoop.
We can see that.
If not engineers, at least mechanically minded people.
You get your technical insight, a little bit of artistry. With those combined, you can make beautiful things in Minecraft, yes.
Indeed.
That was a little too much of the side. Yeah.
So it's a real shame Roger couldn't actually come online for this.
Well, maybe
made building this bridge simpler, that's for sure. He could have come in from the other end while I did this end. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, that's pretty good.
I would have probably added a lot of gaudy details. I want my Golden Gate Bridge. I want a big, red arcs over it.
Okay, well, why don't we add a red border to it?
There you go. There you go.
We'll go with your brightly colored European mindset here.
Yep. Add a little red. Makes it a little sexy. I want my bridge to be very sexy for some reason. There you go. Besides, better noticeable, so it's useful for ships. If it's dark and foggy, you can see the red color, and you're going to look, I have to be careful there.
Yeah.
So it's functional too.
Cool.
Even though ships don't exist, but if they would have.
Well, there are sunken ships in Minecraft now.
Really? Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. I think you have some catching up to do on the development that the game has had over the years. That's another topic we can discuss.
And that I do. I really want to get back in there, check out that Sonic update, and check out some sunken ships. Why not? Speaking
of Sonic updates, you were mentioning Chaos Emeralds before, and that got me thinking about Sonic the Hedgehog. And well, yeah, there's a trailer for the second movie out now. Roger, of course, is well familiar with that. He's already released a video about it.
Of course, I have to.
It's his job. He's the Sonic guy.
Pretty much. Or people will come after me. What's your opinion on it? Yeah, it looks pretty good. I'm looking forward to it.
Go.
There's a bridge.
Excellent.
I love it. Simple yet beautiful.
Precisely. So, yeah, the Sonic the Hedgehog trailer, my gosh. It does look pretty interesting. And, I mean, spoiler warning, Knuckles is in it.
Sure is.
Yep.
And finally,
Gosh, remember when he was the cool new guy?
Yeah, it's really awesome.
Buffoon.
Yeah.
I'm glad they. Oh wow, that looks really good from this angle.
Oh my!
The bridge to Candyland.
Gets a little bit of a theme park vibe, so yeah.
Yeah, sort of.
And that's good. Makes you want to explore. Okay, what's going on over there?
So I'm glad we have some media where Knuckles is the cool, tough guy again.
Yeah, that's good. So finally, a new generation of Sonic fans can actually think of him as a cool guy and not just an idiot. Yeah, happy about that.
He's the guy who ambushed Super Sonic and knocked the emeralds right out of him back in Sonic 3.
Somehow, yeah.
You want to hear about how awesome that was, I recommend watching the videos by Game Apologists. He's sort of the guy filling the niche that Nikon Aqua Magna did back in the day.
Oh, yeah.
Though he calls himself Nikon Planet Ripple now. I think it's a reference to his book. Well, I know it's a reference to his book, which I don't know much about, but good on him for publishing a book, I guess.
And graphic novel, I think.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Graphic novel. Yeah, he's more of a comic guy.
But yeah,
I still call him Nikon Aqua Magna because he's on Aqua Magna to me, darn it.
Well, there you go, then.
Yeah.
It's too difficult for me to pronounce. That's probably why he changed it.
Yeah, I think he said something to that effect. I got an urge to watch his old Sonic reviews lately, but the Sonic CD one seems to be missing. I think he made it private or something. I gotta have a talk with that guy. Say, hey, why is this set to private? I want to watch it again.
Sure.
It's a good video. There's nothing wrong with it. Maybe someone had some sort of copyright problem with it. I don't know why they would. Sega's usually cool about that sort of thing, but it could have been some expletive deleted masquerading as Sega, saying, hey, you're using my copyrighted material.
It's so random at Sega sometimes. Most of the time they're cool, but I got recently into trouble because we used the intro cutscene of Sonic Colors.
Really?
The gameplay footage is good, but the intro cutscene isn't. It's really random sometimes.
Yeah, that reminds me of the whole fiasco with Super Smash Bros. Brawl. Apparently there was some to-do about one of the developers saying that, the next game's not going to have a single-player mode with cutscenes because we know people are just going to put it on the internet anyway. And that was the only excuse they gave, which is a dumb excuse if you ask me. There we go. Yeah. Now that looks better with the overhanging eaves. That's usually how I do roofs.
Oh, yes.
Or is it roofs? What's the plural of roof?
Don't ask me. It's your mother language.
Yeah, that's true. English is my first language, and it's the language I studied in college. Gosh darn it, I should be better at it. Well, I guess I'm good enough.
Yeah, I have no idea what the multiplication of roofs is. Yeah, roofs, I guess.
Pretty sure it's roofs with a V. Though, you know what? I'll just put text on the video saying which one is correct.
Fair enough.
I value giving people accurate information.
There you go. You learned a valuable lesson today.
Okay, so back to the Minecraft discussion, I suppose.
Yes.
Oh, look at that little hill up there. We could put more candy there.
I love that. He's like, hey, what a beautiful piece of nature. Let's ruin it. There you
Maybe
go.
a big red gumball or something.
Oh, yeah, sure.
How does one make a sphere in Minecraft? Actually, there's a program for that sort of thing. Here's an app for that. It's, what is it called? Now the name escapes me because I'm talking and playing and thinking at the same time, and I just can't get my peanut brain to cooperate with me today.
Fortunately, I don't know either. Could look it up. All the poor grass you'll ruin with this. I'm still kind of surprised that he programmed that. Like grass disappears if it's in the shadow.
Yeah, that's one of the things that impressed me about the version I played way back in the day.
So simple, and yet so many little details.
Devil's in the details.
It sure is.
I guess that's the very simplest that a sphere could be in Minecraft.
Fair enough.
This will be Gumball Mountain. Let's make a purple one. Or, you know what? Blue. I think blue would be better. There we go.
Insert blue ball joke.
Let's not. This is supposed to be a family channel.
I was, of course, referring to Sonic again.
Oh, okay. Then I'm the one with the dirty mind.
Nah, I was, but giving a PG excuse.
Right. Okay. Well, you got me with that one. I walked right into that one. Shame on me. I'm the one with the gutter mind this time.
Oh, well.
How is it that the red gumball stays up there? Shouldn't it roll downhill?
You gonna create something that keeps it there?
No, I'm just making another gumball. Or was it a jawbreaker? Well, if it's a jawbreaker, it's a massive jawbreaker. And that just makes me think of Ed, Edd, and Eddy.
To be fair, if you put that thing in your mouth, your jaw will break. So, there you go.
Giant candy. It's like Sweet Mountain from Sonic Colors, I believe.
Yeah, Sweet Mountain.
So, back to the Minecraft story. I bought Minecraft back in November 2011 as a birthday gift to myself, really. And,
Sure,
yeah. Now, I already had a control scheme set up, had to make a few modifications because there are more features in the survival mode, but I was ready to go, and I was already watching guides by Paul Soares Jr. Well, that brings me to another interesting tangent. So, not to toot my own horn, but I have this, I guess you could call it a superpower when it comes to video games. It's not unusual for me to watch someone play a video game, or a computer game, or something like that, and be able to immediately see any inefficiencies or errors that they're making, and then pick up that same game and immediately play it better than the person I was watching.
There you go. Reverse engineering and improving.
Yeah, that's a good way of putting it. And actually, a bit of a story I remember. My brother, yes, I have a brother. Spoiler warning there. He and his friends were trying to beat this mini game on, I think it was Mario Power Tennis, where you fight like this robot Bowser or something. And they couldn't get past the level. And I didn't have very much experience with Mario Tennis, at least not with the mini games. And I was watching them play this, and they got frustrated with it. They went down to eat lunch or something. And I said, let me try this. And I mean, the first thing I was asking them while they were playing this is, I noticed that you had the ability to charge your attack and launch multiple tennis balls at once, because, it's a tennis game. You're shooting tennis balls at a giant robot. Sure, why not? Makes perfect logical sense.
You shoot in any realistic tennis game, yep.
Yeah, but if you charge your attack, you can fire multiple shots, and I'm looking at them playing this, and I'm thinking, you kind of have to have a Metroid mindset with this. If you're busy dodging, you should be holding down the button to charge your attack so you could immediately hit the enemy with a high damage assault when you have a moment to get an attack in. So I picked up this mini game, beat the level that they had trouble with, and then I immediately played the level after that, which I didn't even know existed, and beat that too.
Just to rub it in.
I said, yeah, I beat that level you couldn't beat, and I beat the one after it too. So yeah, sometimes I'm able to pull off tricks like that with video games.
I'm sure your brother will love you for it. Get out of my game!
Well, I don't think they minded that much. They were just having fun with Mario Tennis.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a great superpower.
Too bad it's not going to make me much money.
Maybe. I mean, maybe you should check out what I don't know, stockbrokers are doing, maybe you get the same reaction. Like, no, you're doing it all wrong. Let me try.
Utilize that power for things beyond video games. I wonder if I could. Okay, so now we're taking another look. I can't really see the blue jawbreaker from there. I might have to chop down more trees.
Absolutely. Who cares about trees? The importance is your blue jawbreaker.
But what good are they? They're just charcoal to me.
Exactly.
So
I mean, your character can die, so you don't need oxygen. So
nope, I guess not.
Well, unless you're underwater, then you certainly do need them. Or can you draw in this version?
Drown? No, you don't drown. Look, I'll prove it right here. I can hang out under here all I want.
You genuinely don't need oxygen in this version. All right.
Nope.
There it is, proven.
Well, being underwater makes me want to build a dock, so I guess that's my next project.
Sure.
That's another simple one.
An underwater military base.
Little shallow to fit one of those, though I have built underwater structures in the past in Minecraft. It is something I've done.
Oh, that's awesome. Like a submarine pen or something.
Not quite that, but I did build a glass sea dome.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, I designed those. I used a tool online, which I guess I'll just have to put the name of it on the screen here. There you go. And yeah, you could use it to help you design circles and ellipses and whatnot in Minecraft.
All right.
So yeah, it makes that easy.
All right, you're building a pier now, huh? Oh yeah, there.
A dock.
A dock, yeah.
Or you can call it a pier. I think it's two words that mean the same thing.
Yeah, I was about to ask. Homonyms, or whatever it's called. Synonyms.
Yep, that's the word.
There we go.
Yeah, synonym. I love that on cookies. It's an old joke.
I get it. I was worrying if I mispronounced it.
No, you got it right. I'm just being silly.
Fair enough. But hey, cinnamon is a nice spice.
Indeed.
For apple pies.
So I know for a fact that the first survival world I played in Minecraft was in beta 1.8. It was around the time that the adventure update was a thing. My first world, I immediately started in hard mode because I was confident in what I had seen and learned from watching Paul Soares Jr. that I said, I'm going to start on hard mode.
Showing off yet again.
Yep. Well, I did sort of die a couple times, but I quickly figured out how to make backups of my world and whatnot. So I could turn back time if I really didn't like what was happening. But I just got better, and I've gotten to the point where it's kind of hard for me to die in Minecraft, at least in those older versions. The monsters are actually tougher now. But yeah, I played mostly on hard mode, figured out the game on hard mode, and I got to the point where I was just, not getting killed so much.
Always a good start.
Yep. Nice little.
Yeah, so the
here.
monsters are more tough now. I thought they were pretty tough in the current version.
Yeah.
Well, not in this version, obviously, but.
Well, here we go. Now I have a dock. I
Then
gotta
again,
go back to my tower, see what this looks like. Sure. Beta 1.8. I started off in this world. It plonked me right in the middle of a big coniferous forest. So over time, I came to call it the charcoal forest. I settled in a little cave, and then I built one of these towers over that cave on the hill that it was in. And I started traveling around the world, and I built another tower as a landmark on the edge of this swamp.
Uh-huh.
I already had a mine at the time, so I was digging underground. Another interesting anecdote about my early days playing that is... I was very superstitious in those early days, especially around creepers and endermen. So I had this cave that I was mining in, and if I even saw an Enderman or creeper, I would say, okay, that's enough mining for today. I'm going back to the surface.
Makes sense, yeah.
They're just bad luck, creepers and Endermen. But over time, I've learned how to fight those monsters pretty effectively. Endermen are tough. I don't recommend going after them without good weapons and armor, but creepers I can deal with, even if all I've got is a sword or axe. Well, what everyone who does Minecraft content on YouTube needs to learn is how to take down creepers without letting them explode. Because I can't stand the craters they leave in the world.
It's a waste of good nature. Yeah.
Yep. Interesting fun fact. TNT now, it doesn't remove blocks from the world so much. I mean, it still explodes. It still leaves a crater, but all the blocks that were in that spot, all the blocks that are, removed, they drop on the ground and you could pick them up. So it's better as a mining tool now. Whereas before, some of them would randomly despawn when you did that. So that was kind of weird. But that doesn't happen with creeper explosions. They can still remove blocks from the world, even though they don't explode with as much force as TNT. And that struck me as odd. I don't like that.
Yeah, real gameplay logic change.
Strikes me as more of an oversight, really.
Sure. But yeah, I love the idea of the rocks just flying in the air and then falling down. That's great. I love Looney Tunes physics like that.
Well, they don't really do that in Minecraft. I mean, you can launch entities with TNT, including other, blocks of TNT. If you've ever seen a cascade of that, it's pretty darn amazing.
That sounds awesome.
Okay, so yeah, that's my history of Minecraft. I heard of it. I finally looked at it. I tried Classic. I bought the full game, and yeah, I still play it.
Sure, it's endless fun. It's like Legos. Build endless things. Can you build a boat now? I mean, you have a dock. We need a boat.
That could be a bit of a challenge. I don't think I've ever built a boat.
I mean, you can build things floating in the air, right? So
yeah, it's not hard. Maybe it'll just be like a long boat, like a canoe sort of thing. But okay, sure. So I've been doing all the talking here. Why don't you tell people about your first experience playing Minecraft?
My first experience, yeah.
Yeah, that would have been back in August 2012, I think.
Oh, it feels like an eternity ago. Oh, no, man, that was even before I met you the first time in real world.
Right.
Yeah.
But we already knew each other, that's for sure, because as I've mentioned before, I'm the one who bought Roger his copy of Minecraft.
That's right, it was a gift. Yep.
And I had to pay full price that time, but you know what? It was worth it. It's not a very expensive game anyway.
No, fortunately not. Boy, yeah, I remember. I was trying to forge my first sword, but I had no idea what to do. I was just kind of panicking. I didn't figure out the controls yet, so I was kind of, beating up things in the world and desperately trying to build a sword. But my character accidentally grabbed a mushroom. That was not even my intention, but I didn't know how to drop it. And right at that moment, I was under attack by a monster, so I was kind of like, I guess I just fight it off with a mushroom. And it shocked me, it worked. I would just start smacking it with a mushroom, and the monster kind of like fell back, so it created more distance. So I kept getting an opportunity to hit it. And from that moment on, mushroom was my favorite weapon. I just kept using it for everything. I mean, hey, it just appealed right to my sense of comedic cartoon logic kind of thing.
It was a spider, as I recall.
Yeah, it must have been. I wasn't a creeper, otherwise it still would have been dead.
Yeah,
even a mushroom can't
that wouldn't have worked so well.
Even a mushroom can't protect me against an explosion. But yeah, it's great. So yeah, I started challenging the world, I start using the mushroom as my primary tool to beat down rocks and trees.
You don't get very many resources smashing rocks with a mushroom. If you don't use a pickaxe, you just don't get much of anything, I'm afraid.
That's true. But in my feeble mind, I was doing anything I wanted to do.
Well, I
I didn't
suppose
know what I
that's
was
all
doing
right.
anyway. Oh, I love how the ship's starting to look. Almost like kind of like a mini pirate ship.
I'm thinking a bit of like a Viking longboat almost, but maybe not as big.
You can make sail out of the white wool too.
That's true. That is true.
But yeah, I wasn't doing any clever planning in my first playthrough of Minecraft. I was just mostly panicking. But eventually I figured it out. Eventually I made my forge and started to build more intelligent objects. But yeah, I'm not really much of a builder. I much prefer just downloading other people's levels. Just people make like I said before, they make Springfield or Hogwarts or like some big epic city, and I just kind of explore that. That's more kind of my thing. Rather than building things myself. I'm not much of a Lego player.
I did like Legos a lot as a kid, so I suppose that contributes to my enjoyment of this game.
I used to have like a electric train sets. I love those things.
Well, I've heard some refer to Minecraft as being more like a model railway. I think it was Ben Yahtzee Crushaw who said that in his review.
Sure, I can see that. I mean, you can't even literally make a train track with the minecarts.
That's true. Yeah, so...
It's all an extension of the same concept. Like miniature playing God, I suppose.
Well, it ain't much, but I could put a little sail on it.
It's a start. It's your first ship. And after this, build a cruise ship. Filled with cabins. Nah, I wouldn't do that to you. So yeah, I didn't put as much planning into this playing this game as you did. I'm more of a just jump in and see what happens guy.
Well, that's cool, I guess.
Everyone their own tactic. Everyone their own way of playing.
Indeed.
But yeah, I'm afraid it's a little too abstract for me. I'd like to have more... I'm an artist. I want to put more of my own artistry and stuff. I'm not a good artist, but it's still my mindset.
You found your audience, so that's what's important.
That's true.
And I'm among them, so there you go. You have the benefit of knowing me. Woohoo.
Oh man, I love the look of those rough pixel art in blocks. There's just something about it. Something charming. I love it.
Very classic.
There's a lot of YouTube videos where they take like old 16-bit games and then just make them into 3D models, and I absolutely love the look of it. It's awesome. There's something about that rough look, but in 3D shape. I don't know why. It just gives a nice artistic flair to it. But yeah, speaking of YouTube and Minecraft YouTubers, my wife watches a lot of Minecraft YouTubers. The Hermitcraft, does that ring a bell to you?
Oh yes, definitely. Yeah, she's definitely more into the game than you, as I recall.
Absolutely. Well, she doesn't play it very much, but she loves watching people play it.
Oh, okay. Well, I can get behind that. There are plenty of games that I watch people play that I've never even touched. Sometimes I just watch videos of people playing 7 Days to Die or games like that. I don't own those games. And they strike me as games that would be more interesting for me to watch than to actually play, so...
Fair enough.
It's just that way sometimes.
That's true.
And I kind of use that as the mark of a good game. If it's a game that I could watch and be spoiled on the story of, and I still want to experience it for myself, then I know it's a good game.
That's true.
That's engaging. I don't know if that sail looks right, but whatever.
Yeah, do you play the game just to create, or do you actually like playing the game with danger as well.
I generally prefer to play survival. Whoa, wait a minute. There's a cave under here, and I didn't even know about it.
Ooh, we can go cave
I can go
exploring.
mining. Okay. Well, to answer your question, I usually just play survival mode.
All right.
Yep. And yeah, I like to, I like to dig mines. I like to fight monsters.
Ooh, you found some gold or something.
Yep, that's gold, all right. The ore veins are very big in classic Minecraft. It's kind of like Dwarf Fortress, which inspired this game, by the way. Have you ever seen videos of Dwarf Fortress?
No, sorry. And this is the first time I heard of this.
Really? Huh. Okay, well, it's a very primitive-looking game. It's mostly, I think they're called ASCII characters. So it's to anyone who's not familiar with the game, it's just going to look like a bunch of text randomly moving around the screen. There are texture packs for it, but yeah, it's sort of like a simulator game where you have these dwarves and you instruct them to build a fortress. You can have them dig underground and do all sorts of complex things.
Okay, cool.
And that was one of the inspirations for Minecraft back in the day. As a matter of fact, I think some early versions of the game were able to read data from a Dwarf Fortress world and recreate it in 3D.
Oh, wow.
At least that's a rumor I've heard. I don't know if it's true.
Urban legend.
I've tried Dwarf Fortress like a grand total of maybe 2 times.
Not your thing.
I suppose not.
A little too abstract or something, or too complex.
I just keep breaking into new caves. You could probably hear my controller clicking away. It's the one problem with mining these huge ore veins is it gets kind of loud. There we go. It's a lot of clicking around. So yeah, this is what I used to do in Minecraft Classic. Just dig around a lot. Pretend to mine the ore, even though it wasn't actually getting me anything. Because there's no inventory in this game, as you might have noticed. It's basically a creative mode game.
Yeah. Well, it had to start somewhere.
True.
It's just satisfying to destroy those blocks.
Yep. I'll put a few supports here to stabilize the cave.
If they ever make a live-action movie of Minecraft, I'd want them to do this literally. I literally want to see like an actor just punching through rocks. Punching through trees.
I think there might be YouTube videos like that.
Probably, yeah. Clever editing.
Just for fun. Okay, I'm getting a little bit dry here, so why don't I have a sip of my water. One moment, please.
Has anyone done a joke with Smash Brothers, where like Steve from Minecraft punches the Minecraft fighters and they just explode like a rock in Minecraft? It sounds like a joke someone should be making. Like he just punches Mario and Mario just explodes into Mario resources. He just has like a bunch of Mario.
Just a bunch of pixels.
And he can just put Mario in his inventory and just build something out of him. It sounds like a dumb joke. Maybe I should make that. I don't know. Nobody else made that joke yet.
Congratulations, you got a Mario.
That'd be great. What would be funny Smash Bros. Characters to have in your inventory as like ore, like building material. Kirby would be amazing building material. Can just absorb everything.
Right. Very malleable too. Soft and squishy.
But still very powerful, yeah.
Indeed. All right, folks. Had a slight interruption there, a bit of technical difficulty, but we're back into it. Okay, so looking at my list of topics here, the next one I have written down is Minecraft skins. So I have my own skin that I made. I guess I'll put it on screen right now.
Ooh.
There you go. I also made Roger a skin, and I made one for his wife Sylvia as well.
Yeah, pretty awesome. Yeah.
Has she gotten much use out of that?
Yeah, definitely.
Well, that's good to hear.
It's a lot of fun. Yeah.
Taking a drink of water. Okay. Lukewarm bottled water, my favorite. The water got turned off because of the renovations for now, so gotta drink that.
Yeah.
But yeah, back to skins. So yeah, I made these skins for myself, Roger, and Sylvia, and I have to admit that I did use a program to help with that, something called Skincraft by Michael Swain, Sean Tanner, aka Afro Ninja, and Mike Welsh. So Michael Swain, if you've been on Newgrounds a long time, you've probably heard about him. He's done a few web series, such as Blockhead and Mastermind, and he has a few games of his own. Who knows? I might actually visit that content on my channel someday. Not gonna promise anything, but maybe.
Oh my! Spoilers.
Yep.
Or teasing, anyway.
And then there's Afro Ninja, who I don't know as much about. If you've heard of him, you've probably heard about him being associated with a mobile game called Soda Dungeon. And that just makes me think of this Candyland over here. But yeah, it's like a sort of idle game, I think you would call it, where you hire adventurers to go into this dungeon and get loot so you could improve your tavern.
Sounds fun.
Which attracts more adventurers to get more loot to improve your tavern again. So yeah, it's one of those sorts of games. But the folks at the tavern, they aren't looking for they're not looking for beer or ale, unless you're talking about root beer and ginger ale, because it's all soda themed. So these people are soda junkies, just addicted to sugary goodness.
You're the soda jerker.
Pretty much. I guess I'll put a yellow gumball here. Primary colors. So yeah, I did try a demo of that game. I think it was on Newgrounds. It was alright, I guess.
Alright.
Interesting concept. And the art style was pretty cool.
Alright, I should look into it, although I'm not really into idle games.
Right.
I'm an action man.
At least I think it was an idle game. I don't remember exactly how involved you get in the battles. Maybe it was more like an RPG. It's been so long since I've played it, so don't take my word for it.
Whole idea kind of reminds you of an old game like Dungeon Keeper or something, where you're actually the overlord trying to stop heroes from getting into your dungeon.
Oh, that's an interesting concept.
A very old DOS game. But yeah, going off topic, I suppose.
Right.
Yeah.
So
great.
That's what Afro Ninja is known for, and I know he's responsible for that game on mobile, and I don't know much beyond that, but the one time he has interacted with me, he was very nice to me, because bit of a story there. I used Skincraft to design these skins, but then they updated the program because there was an update with Minecraft itself that adjusted the skins somewhat. It allowed for layering, and they updated the game to, the Skincraft application to reflect that. But for some reason, it caused all my old work files to, well, not work anymore. So I rang up the guys who worked on this initially. I said, hey, if we can't fix this, could you at least link me to an older version of the game so I could, update my skins manually? And this guy got right back to me. He gave me a link on his website, and I used that.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah. And I believe I archived that SWF file so that I'd have access to it in the future, just in case.
SFWF?
The SWF file, a Flash
Like
file.
a Flash file? Oh,
Yeah.
Wow, that's awesome. That's in Flash.
Yeah. Well, it's a Flash game, so. But you could use it to, export skins, the PNG files that you use for skins in Minecraft.
I was surprised how much you can do with Flash, how versatile it is. Shame they killed it off. Oh, well.
Yeah. Well, I can still use it, because here's a bit of a secret. Before it was taken offline entirely, I went out of my way to download a standalone Flash player. And the great thing about this is you could still access most of the Flash content on the internet through it. All you have to do is input the URL, and there you go. I'm noticing that this world is getting laggy. This tends to happen when you play for an extended period of time.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so we might have to wave goodbye to this world soon.
Oh, our beautiful tower.
All the progress we've made. But that's okay. We have video evidence of it, and yeah. So I'll just finish my Skincraft spiel, and then I guess we'll call it quits for today.
All right.
So, yeah, Afro Ninja, a.k.a. Sean Tanner, very nice to me. I thank him for his assistance back then, and I'm glad to have archived the versions of Skincraft so I could use them in the future. And finally, there was Mike Welsh who worked on it. I don't know much about him, but maybe he's fallen into your area of expertise because he's apparently responsible, if not solely responsible, for a program called Swivel.
Oh, yeah, I'm very familiar with that one, yep.
Yeah, so that's a flash-to-video converter.
Which I still use to this day, yes. Because I still use Flash Adam.
Right.
I never upgrade.
Well, this world's getting all sorts of laggy, so I think we might call it quits on this world for the moment. Maybe we'll do another video in the days ahead. But, well, I haven't really written down an outro, but I'll try to ad-lib something here. So I hope you enjoyed having a look at classic Minecraft with my pal Roger here. So thank you for joining me. Thank you for keeping me company while I fiddle around with Minecraft and bore you all with my stories.
Yep. And next time you better make the Golden Gate Bridge.
Maybe. So, until then, folks, this is Mike the Reaper 86.
And Roger van der Weide.
Signing off.
Bye-bye.